Africa and other parts of the world to bring music therapy where it's really needed. Through this partnership, students were inspired to travel to Africa to continue the work and sustain the Musicians for World Harmony program. Two nonprofit organizations began with a young woman by the name of Cara Smith and another young woman by the name of Brooke Wilder. Cara Smith started an organization called Umoja Community Music Therapy in East Africa, and Brooke Wilder started another nonprofit called Ubuntu Music Therapy Initiative, which serves in East Africa and beyond. Samite Mulando shares more about his work, in this case at the Kiaka II UNHCR refugee camp. There, he says, musicians and dancers from Mubende entertain approximately 500 men, women, and children who've been displaced by the war in neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo. Samite Mulando brought the Music Heals program to this Central Western African refugee community for an afternoon and evening of joy and relief from daily camp life. Not only were refugees entertained, but local musicians and dancers were employed as well. As I mentioned earlier in the show, Music Heals is a program created by Musicians for World Harmony to bring the healing power of music into communities in desperate need of an outlet for expression and a means of coping. Created by musician Samite Mulando, Musicians for World Harmony is a small nonprofit organization. It's run by a very small staff with very small overhead, so most of the funds go to programs. Musicians for World Harmony plans to continue to network with and connect to other organizations that believe in creating safe environments for all, regardless of cultural differences. One of Mr. Mulando's dreams is to hire an in-house music therapist. Why? Mulando says, when I'm on tour, I often visit nursing homes, schools, and community centers and include outreach as part of the touring package. So yes, it would be wonderful to be able to travel with a music therapist as part of that outreach. When asked, what inspires the staff at Musicians for World Harmony personally about this work, and what inspires you all to continue growing this project, Samite shared about what inspires him and his small yet devoted staff, saying, positive stories of the people we have touched with the healing power of music. That's what inspires us. I think these stories show us human resilience, and they give us hope. Music cuts across cultural barriers and unites people through their humanity. Because of this, music has power. So, now you know a little bit more about Samite Mulando and his fabulous organization, Musicians for World Harmony, and you probably know why he feels like a brother to me, right? And one more thing I want to share with you from my inspiring brother are his reflections on gratefulness and how gratefulness actually inspires him to make a difference, to make change in our world. Samite says, I do not take for granted where I am today. I grew up in a very comfortable home as a very privileged young man. But because of threats to myself and my family, including the murder of my brother and stepfather under brutal dictators, I became a political refugee. I learned that nothing mattered except for our humanity. How we treat one another is the only thing that matters. I am grateful for the experiences that I've had, both good and bad, and also for the opportunities to share my music with those who can benefit from it. This guides my daily life and my work with Musicians for World Harmony. Amazing. Amazing. Talk about living on purpose. Pretty powerful stuff, right? Very powerful story and journey. Featuring the story and journey of Samite Mulando, professional musician and founder and executive director of Musicians for World Harmony. Through his story, we have been talking about the amazing power of music, the power of music to heal, the power of music to bring hope and joy and wonder, and reawaken the humanity of a broken spirit. Reawaken the humanity in us all. And that's how it happens, isn't it? Transforming the world one by one. Transforming the world one song, one piece of music at a time, and one person at a time, one community at a time. It's really all about the power of one person to make a difference. Who knows? Maybe today will be your day. Maybe today will be the day when you are that one person who steps up and becomes the person, and I'm going to say the leader you were designed to be, who steps up and becomes the leader you are meant to be so that you can make a difference in your own life and in the lives of others. Be sure to join me next week as we continue to celebrate the majestic music of your life and celebrate you for making your life count. Now, if you missed last week's show or any part of this week's show, you can listen to the recording at your convenience. You can even listen to it on the go. Check us out at www.talknetworkradio.com/legacyliving.html. That's www.talknetworkradio.com/legacyliving.html. Now, before I close today, I want to thank each of you for tuning in to today's show. I also want to thank gratefulness.org for giving me permission to share their article. You can find them at www.gratefulness.org, www.gratefulness.org. And I want to thank all of you for allowing me to share a bit about my journey with what legacy living is all about. Not just living and serving so that you make a difference in your own life and in the lives of others. It's about being on purpose every single day, 365, 24/7. Legacy living is one of the many ways to make your life count. I'm your host, Dr. Gloria, Gloria Burgess. Please join me again next week right here on Talk Network Radio for another podcast of Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count. We're here again next Wednesday, 10 a.m., right here, Talk Network Radio. Don't just count the days in your life. Make the days in your life count. That's what Legacy Living is all about. Have a fantastic day, and remember, make the days in your life count. God bless you. That's our show today. I'm your host, Dr. Gloria Burgess. I hope you'll join me again next week. Until then, don't just count the days in your life. Make the days in your life count. That's what Legacy Living is all about. Here's to you. Have a fantastic day. Be sure to make it a yes kind of day. And remember, celebrate. Celebrate the music of your life. Make the days in your life